Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh. What? I don't know how people do this all the time! I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it, I promise. Hi, people on TikTok that are joining. Jeez. Hi, people on TikTok. Hi, Tola. Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone. It's insane what people do they do this every day. That's crazy. Is my dual output working for you guys? Let's see. Okay. Jeez. Like, I don't know, that's not blush on my face. That's not something I applied, that's actually there, because, jeez, it's just, what? I hate dealing with stuff like this, but this is the price I pay for trying to promote my show. I'm just trying to promote my show. What I think we do is we'll actually play some Stardew Valley. And I hope my dual output looks good. Let's see. And then let's check the YouTubes is, cause I hit. Hello? Oh, thank God oh, thank goodness. I'm going on YouTube Studio and immediately deleting that live I made. I'm going on YouTube Studio and immediately deleting that live I made. Let's see. YouTube does this thing where they, a video immediately, and I don't know how to turn that off yet, but we're vibing. We're vibing. Ah, I didn't give it a thumbnail. Whatever. Ah, I didn't give it a thumbnail. Whatever. I can add a thumbnail later. What game are you playing? I think I'm gonna end up playing some, Stardew Valley to start off, and then I'm going to look at what you guys commented on the Instagram. I just wanted to give you guys a little more time. So I could, you guys can come up with ideas. Someone said Baldur's Gate, and that is so smart. Like, someone said Baldur's Gate, and I was like, dang it. Unfortunately, I can't play Baldur's Gate today because it takes a billion years to download on my computer because it's a humongous, gargantuan game. But Baldur's Gate, we should so do that. Oh my gosh, we need to make one. Oh my gosh, we need to make one where it looks like Deanna, and I'm just playing as Deanna in Baldur's Gate. That would be fire. We should do that. Also, letting you know, everyone on Instagram, you are on a 20-second delay. I think everyone's on about a 20-second delay from what I'm doing. It's just like a safety thing, default safety. But okay, dual output is enabled. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let's do this. Okay, let's just get ahead and play Stardew Valley because I think I need I need the love from that. I will every once in a while I'll go check the chat from Instagram and I'll check the chat from TikTok. So let's just goodness gracious. we go. Why isn't it in the full screen? Hello? Is Stardew Valley just too big to handle this? Big to handle this? Hello? Whatever. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're dealing with. I'm gonna check how that looks on the Instagram thing. I don't know why it's not. I'm gonna check how that looks on the Instagram thing. I don't know why it's not letting me see my my horizontal editor. My horizontal editor. So let's see. Sorry, I'm like being so silent. I want everything to look good, and I want everything to be good, and I want it. It's 5 people on Instagram, 3 people on Twitch, and YouTube doesn't really have a live monitor. There probably is. One moment. There probably is a live monitor, and I'm stupid and dumb. Jag toppstudie jag. Find music. Okay, there's 2 people on YouTube. Awesome. Sorry, it looks like poo poo caca over there though. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and play some Stardew Valley. I'm gonna go and turn off my music so we can hear the fun Stardew Valley music. Ah, it looks doo-doo caca! Okay, give me the. Here, let's go back to just the. Let's just go back to just the webcam. We're figuring this out together. We shall figure it out together. Why can't you display it while I'm live? Whatever. You know what? What if... Hear me out on this. I know I wanted the game really bad, but I think I'm having a little bit of trouble. What if we sit and talk and I answer questions about the show and I maybe crochet? Because I'm getting a little freaked out and I need to calm down. I think I'm gonna do that because this is starting to make my tummy hurt. Where's my music coming from? Let's maybe raise that a tiny bit because I just want to be here. Haru. Okay. Let's do this then. I've definitely like gone on. I know how to stream on Twitch specifically. That's what I know. I've like multi-streaming is new to me, and like that's. You know what? I've been not doing this project out of like, oh no, I don't want to. Let's go ahead and just continue this crochet project. This is for my fiance, and I've been putting it off. Sorry, webcam. Sorry, webcam. This project has been for my fiance, and I've been putting it off because I'm on the biggest part that's going to take forever. So you know what? It's probably the best time to do it, actually. So, let's go. If you haven't noticed, it's a sweater. It is a sweater. Scheisse. Okay, wait. Let me remember exactly what stitch I'm doing, because I don't even know. Okay. Everyone, calm down. So, here. Let's get all cozy while I crochet and talk about the show. And remember exactly what stitch I'm supposed to be doing. Gosh, it's hot in here. So, it's also, like, it's been the hottest week ever where I live. And it's been absolutely a swamp-ass city. Wee. I'm trying to make some. That's not what I was gonna say. I was literally gonna say I'm trying to make some cake out of poop. That's not what it is. Something out of a molehill? I'm trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. That's what I'm doing. Let me unravel a bunch of this yarn though first. Cool. Ah! Oh, thank God. Usually I would be doing this with a, here, you know what? Wait. That's better. Usually I would be doing this while watching some Smosh Reddit stories, but this is better. I feel like I'm hanging out with my friends. Craft night with my pals. Craft night with my pals. Unless my fiance. Hey, if you're my fiance and you're joining this live, don't join. Don't do that. He told me he was going to, so but he shouldn't. Hi, Instagram people. Practical products at great prices. I'm just also letting you know, again, Instagram people, you are on a, what's it called? You're on a something second delay. This is Mario Striker's, like, the waiting room music. Waiting room. Menu music. I never have motivation to finish crochet projects, so you're doing better than I ever can. Yeah, I think it gets to the point where, like, you know, you're making it, and you're like, this is awesome. But then you're like, oh, I hit a part where the next 10 hours of the project is the same stitch over and over and over again in a circle. And at this point, it's a circle. So I don't really, okay, hot take. I don't count stitches. I kind of feel the vibe. That makes absolutely no sense, especially to anyone who knits, because that I can't knit. That's crazy. My grandma really wants me to learn to knit. That's like so different. Let me see. Oh, am I on just the stream chat? Oh, I'm on the multi-stream chat. Okay, so if people do chat on YouTube, I'll be able to see it. Thick. Do. This has turned into crochet stream. I am probably going to stream for like another hour, and then I'm going to play not Baldur's Gate. I wish. I'm gonna play some Resident Evil Requiem for the peeps. So, oh, I did an extra stitch. I'm gonna do gonna film some more, and then I'm gonna post that. Here's my thought process. Yes, Smosh Reddit Stories is goated. It so is goated. Wow. I love Smosh. So, what happened? What? Oh, okay, I finished that one off. That was so scary. I thought I literally effed up the whole thing. Okay. After this, I'm gonna film another portion of Resident Evil Requiem. But here's my thing. I think I'm gonna just post that whenever I want. Whenever that's done editing, I'm just gonna post that. Because, I don't know about you, but when I watch Let's Plays, I just keep watching them over and over again as long as they're available, you know? So... oh, Animal Crossing. But why can't I talk right now? I feel like I have boogers in my brain. Here, let me move a little more to the... or no, it needs me to move more to the door. I have boogers in my brain right now because I can't speak. I think when I'm stressed, I become more nonverbal, and that whole fiasco with me trying to get the stream to work and having to go off live and back on caused a lot of stress on me, so now we're crocheting so we don't flip out, you know? Hot take, I've never played Animal Crossing. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think I played 5 minutes of Animal Crossing. And here are my critiques. 1, I don't feel like I'm able to customize enough things. And 2, yeah, I want to customize my stuff more. Big customization person. Which is why I love Baldur's Gate so much. I think I spent the majority of my first time playing Baldur's Gate just designing my character. And I'm extremely proud of that. Oh my gosh! You know what we should do? Actually? Here, this is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. I'm gonna get this video later because I'm recording the stream. I'm gonna get this video later and I'm gonna be like, what do I even call this? She's doing 5 things at once. Let's see. There's one person watching on YouTube. Hi! It said there's one person watching on Instagram, but I don't know how accurate that is. Let's see. it says I'm live. Oh. No, it's two. There's one person watching Instagram. It's fine. Oh gosh, what did I actually do? Oh, okay, I did it already. Goodness gracious. You can't do that when you crochet. Just because the stream kind of failed, maybe I will, oh, I forgot. Is TikTok also playing right now? Couldn't go live, it says. Latest spring fashion, you guys. What? Oh. There's like some parts where it's like growing the thing or whatever. Oh, wait, what? No. I'm going insane, actually. That's three. It's 3 stitches. And then I go this. And then I do this. We're back. We're back. The goal of this sweater was to have it done by the end, or the middle of winter. It is now becoming spring. And my fiance still doesn't have his fun sweater. That's how crochet projects work. I have so many things on my list of gifts I need to give to people. Wait! Whereth you go? Oh my gosh. My yarn got snagged on something. What are we snagged on? Oh, my wheel. Snagged on my wheel. That's fine. That's fine. Dun, dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We'll try again this evening. Even if it's another crochet stream. I'm fine with that. We'll just fix our bit rates. I think the biggest problem is that my Wi-Fi is actually poo-poo stink. But what am I gonna do about that? I'm at my mom and dad's. I'm not gonna go up to them and be like, hey, Wi-Fi stinks. I think maybe I need a new Wi-Fi adapter. It is like my emergency one that I'm using right now because my other one actually took a poo and stopped working. What's the best way to contact you about prop making? I sent a DM, but I'm not sure if maybe email is better. The DM is probably the best. I've had a couple DMs already that I've answered. I just have to be good at going to my requests. So I will see it. I promise you I will. Contrary to popular belief, my DMs are not popping off. My DMs are completely normal, actually. So I will see it. Holy fuck. That's the stupidest thing I've ever done. Okay. Where? What is happening? Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. Am I knitting? I am crocheting! I'm crocheting my fiance a sweater. but we're relaxing. Was gonna play Stardew Valley. Decided not to. Freaked me out. Which maybe I should close the actual Stardew Valley window. That would be... There we go. Yeah, crocheting. Every time I talk about doing this sweater, everyone's like, oh, you're knitting it? And I'm like, no, that's actually too difficult. Which when I haven't really been crocheting for that long. I would say I've been crocheting for maybe 4 months, 4 to 6 months. Which, taking on a sweater, it was extremely ambitious, but it's very on brand for me. Do 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 do. Tend to do that. I tend to learn a skill and be like kind of a beginner, but then I'm like, oh, let's do this really hard tasks. Careful, don't jinx it. Yeah. I'll take humongous tasks when I just start, and then, but then I learn, because you have to learn during these projects. I like will sit down and be like, okay, I have to learn this really crazy skill right now, because I want to do this project. And then I do, and then I'm happy, and I'm better for it. So, I don't know. Am I being proactive, or am I being dumb? That's the question. I was able to find this pattern, though, that's like, you don't make it in pieces. It's like, basically, you start at the top of the sweater, and you go all the way down. Oh, the delay is so bad. I'm sorry. I don't think it's your end. I have like a 20-ish second delay. So don't even worry about it. It's so annoying when people say knitting and crochet are the same thing. It is slightly annoying, actually. It's slightly annoying, but I saw a video recently that was like, oh. No, what? I saw a video recently that was a girl making a video being like how knitting feels and how crocheting feels, and the crochet was like, it's about the vibes, it's all about the vibes. And that's true. That's extremely true. Okay, where am I? Okay, now we're doing a straight one. I'm doing a front bar crochet, I think. That's what this is called. It's like it pops out on one side. Hi, let's not die, Artless. I know my mutuals. Are we mutuals? Sometimes I forget to follow people. Here, I'll wait. I'll sit closer to my chair so you guys can see my whole face. The people in the vertical viewing section. Do 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 do. A thousand clones. I saw the same video. Yeah, I love that video. I like showed it to everyone I know who crochets or knits. Knitting is, so my grandma knits, and she's like so fast at knitting that it sometimes freaks me out. And then she's like, she tried to learn to crochet, and then she just couldn't figure it out, and she's like, Katie, I can't do it, it's too hard. And so I was like, oh, I thought crocheting was supposed to be the easy one. So I'm like, whatever, maybe I'll learn to crochet. So after this project, I'm making my grandma something. If this project ever gets done, my goodness. Yeah, when I learned how to crochet, I figured out the basic stitch and then just made it up to make wonky looking creatures. Yes! Well, give me a second, I'll join on Twitch. The Twitch, I think, it looks a little better. Do 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 do. I love making wonky creatures. What I want to make my grandma is like, it's actually just like a what's it called? I literally the answer to that question was duck. I couldn't think of the word duck. It's like a duck like tapestry type thing that I think my grandma would really like, and I have a feeling she'd hang it on her wall. So I want to make her that. But there's also like little scarves. Grandmas are just wizards at yarn. They are wizards at yarn. Dude. My grandma, the amount of knitted like scarves I got growing up was crazy. I do want to get like a thinner yarn in the future to try some more intricate stuff. What I did do recently is I paused this project that I'm doing, and I went and I made my friend a baby blanket for her, or like my best friend's pregnant, and I made her a baby blanket out of granny squares, and that was the first time I ever did granny squares, and actually came out looking gorgeous, and she loves it, and so I am a little more excited about crochet. I think, you know what crochet is great for? It's great for artistic people whose love language is gift giving. That's what crochet is fantastic for. Crochet, like, that's what crochet thrives on. Because you spend all this time, you're like, I love art, and they're like, I get to give this to a person and tell them I made it, and then I get to see them get all happy and excited. Unless that person sucks and doesn't like the creation you made. I never learned how to crochet. Okay, you should. Because I was putting it off, and I was like, fine, I just need to bite the bullet, and I got like really cheap hooks from where did I get that? Oh, I got them from Michael's, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna start learning. Okay, the first thing I did, I have too many hobbies. I also have too many hobbies. I have too many expensive hobbies. That's the problem. Like last year we'd be like, I think I'll take up making a movie / show. And my perfectionist brain's like, no, it has to be really good. It has to be really good. I don't want it to look like I made, like an amateur made it. Even though an amateur is making it, hi, amateur. Amateur. Amateur here. But I am actually, guys, I already had 3 people, or now 4, including the person that is in the Instagram live. I had 4 people, I had 4 people reach out to me about props already, and oh my gosh, one of them was a prop that I didn't think I'd get. I did not think I'd get at that prop, and I was like, yeah, if you want to take up that, sure. It involves woodworking. I will say that. I'm like, you're gonna whittle for me. That's crazy. That's insane to me. I still get like kind of bamboozled about people perceiving me online. And like the idea, like I have a mutual on TikTok. Funny enough, his account is called Dean Winchester. He does have an Android, and his videos look like it, but he's really funny and he goes live a lot. But he said that one of his friends, I'll see where I'm at when school calms down a bit, but I would love to do some off-brand logo design actually. Yeah, totally. I have some people inquiring about that as well. Okay, sorry. I need to calm down because I need to talk properly. So for off-brand logo design specifically, I would like people to kind of send me, not really a portfolio, but like some digital art that you've done, or like specifically graphic digital art, because I think it is a little different. Like send me like maybe hop into a software, that's the word, hop into a software, see what you can do to make like a simple newspaper, or like see what, like the baseline I gave one person was, make me a coffee brand, to like make me like a coffee brand logo, and then we'll see what kind of skill you have, because I think it's important, but also, honestly, my favorite part is going in at the end. It's gonna be going in at the end of everything, and writing down every specific person's, like, credit for the show, for the first episode. And I've been thinking about it lately, and obviously I would really love to, make some more episodes. And, hopefully this one becomes successful at least a little bit, or at least gets my name out there, and I'll be able to, I'll be able to make more. But obviously, this is taking a lot of money. But a lot of the stuff I'm going to be able to reuse. Like, I'm going to be able to reuse obviously the cameras, but tripod stuff, the tripod stuff. What am I talking about? Tripod stuff, the camera batteries, the camera monitors, the like sound stuff. I'll be able to reuse that. So that's like a lot of the money already going to be like, spent. So that's better. But and I can reuse a lot of the props, which is also good. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. The one thing I'm the most worried about is the Impala. The Impala I'm freaked out about. Not freaked out that I don't think it's gonna be done by, like, the... Actually, that's part of it, but, like, cars cost a lot of money. Classic cars cost a lot of money. I am trying to do whatever I can to spend the least amount of money as possible. But, and it's not like the car has to be, like, car show ready. It has to just be camera ready, which is better than... show ready would be insane. The thing that costs the most for the car is painting it. It's gonna cost like $6,000. Do I have $6,000? No. Am I slowly saving up? Probably. And if it comes to it, the car might be spray painted. I might do it. My dad also might get a deal. My dad's the type of guy that knows a bunch of guys. And he's also the type of guy that's like, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. And then they do it. And I'm like baffled. Like, for example, my dad, through his work and like work friends, is getting like a lift. Not just any like car lift, like one that, like you walk by or you drive by like the car shops and the car's like at to the ceiling. That. He's just getting that at a crazy deal. And I'm like, okay, Dad, go off. It'll also be filmed I'll be filming that whole process too. We're building the car down below at like a shop that my dad just built. And, we're slowly building that all together, me, my dad, and my brother, which is great. I just power washed for them last week so that they can get epoxy floor in. And then, they epoxied half of it. And then I'm going to power wash the other half so they can epoxy it. We're doing it because there's still already stuff in there. We're doing it so that, like, power wash and epoxy one floor. Wait till that dries. Take all the stuff on one side, put it on that floor. Then power wash and epoxy the rest of it, and then put all the stuff there. But right now they have, like, the water tank that they're going to be putting next to it. And you guys don't know the size of a water tank until you're absolutely next to it, and it's actually it's humongous. And it's just on a trailer down below at on my parents' property. And it's huge. And I don't know. I think that baffles me. Things that are really big and was standing next to it baffles me. Do I need to already unravel more yarn? Are we back? My boyfriend, he's not my boyfriend, he's my fiance. He's actually gonna be happy that I worked more on this. I'm getting faster. What movies are you guys watching right now? Or like, what was your favorite movie that you watched like recently? That's what I want to know. As well as like, maybe are you rewatching anything or something like that? Because right now my mom and I are rewatching the Hunger Games series because I showed my mom the prequel, The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, and she's like, well, now we have to watch all of it again. And I'm like, if we have to. So we're doing that. Which I read all the books, so like I'm having a great time. What's great is that the questions that my mom usually asks during a movie is like things that will happen like right like 2 seconds later. She's like, oh my gosh, but where's, like, we're watching Lord of the Rings, and he's like, oh, but where's Aragorn's wife? And I'm like, she'll be here in a second, just give it a moment. Okay, what was it? Oh, Hunger Games! I don't watch many movies, but I'm excited for Project Hail Mary. Oh my gosh, that's not how it's spelled. I am so excited for Project Hail Mary. My fiance and I, he just finished the book. We're trying to finish the book before the movie comes out, which I am a little behind, but I'm probably going to listen to the rest of it today while I do some editing, like photo editing work. But, like, I'm so excited for Project Hail Mary. The casting, once you read the book, you're like, actually the casting for Ryan Gosling is pretty good. And specifically, my fiance is super excited about that character because he is a middle school teacher, and so he's like, this is basically me, I think. I'm like, you teach religion. He's like, but yeah, so like, okay, go ahead. For a while there, being and like currently reading Project Hail Mary is such a funny thing, because like my other Catholic friends will be like, oh, I'm reading this right now, and it's Church Fathers, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, I'm reading Project Hail Mary, and they're like, oh, what's that? Is that about Marian devotion? And I'm like, no, that sounds really good. If it was, that'd be really cool. Actually, it's a sci-fi fiction, but highly recommend as well. You could do both. You could be multifaceted. Like, I still love Flannery O'Connor and her prayers, but, you know, I like sci-fi as well. Okay, we're gonna unravel some more of this. Oh. I'm happy that there's some people watching on YouTube. Oh, I love all of the Andy. Ooh, and Martian movie was so great. I have high hopes. Yeah, I have such high hopes. I love books. I'm a fiction girly, which is funny because my fiance is a fiction girly, but he does love nonfiction as well. What's with men in nonfiction? I really like the Martian movie. It's fire. Stacey, did you move from YouTube to Twitch? Fire. Okay, fire. Maybe I'll do some more crochet streams. I'm kind of liking this. It'll also probably motivate me to, you know, finish the projects I start. Maybe I did. We will never know. I think it does kind of look better on Twitch. I am getting a new camera soon so that my webcam will actually look way better, which I'm excited about. It is the Canon PowerShot V10. It was kind of made for vlogging, actually. I'm pretty sure, but it has like a fixed. I moved to Twitch from Insta because I wanted to set my computer. Period. So true. that just took me back. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, my camera I'm getting. Yeah, it was originally made for vlogging, I'm pretty sure. It has like a fixed lens. It has really good face tracking. It props up by itself, like kind of like an iPhone. It's about the size of an iPhone too. It's like this big, and like it has like a little monitor. And I really wanted it. I watched a bunch of reviews. They're like, I don't know, this is kind of trash. There's not enough versatility. I'm like, I don't need versatility. I need to be able to hold something and like, I need ease. You know, I need some ease. You know, while I'm building a car. And so I feel like that was ideal. Has a built-in microphone as well, although I might just get some lav mics, which I have to get anyway. Which I did reach out to Neewer and Blackmagic and Small Rig for like an affiliate program thing. So cross your fingers that I get accepted into that, so that I may you know, be able to use that to garner funds for the project. I'm hoping that if I start streaming more consistently that I will like, that will also help me. I do know that streaming is not a viable income, like something to depend on, but it's like something. It helps your audience stay active, which is like basically a lot of what I'm currently doing. I need you guys to be active and listening. Let's be active listeners. Active listeners. And, because, like, imagine I just decided, hey guys, I'm gonna make a show, and then I didn't talk about it, and you would have forgotten about it. You would have forgotten about me, and you would have forgotten about the whole thing, and by the time the show came out, you would have been like, oh, I didn't see it because no one was really talking about it. Which also means that when this show pilot actually comes out, then everyone will feel a little more special that they watched it from the beginning, which I think's kind of beautiful. You saying that you're watching it on a computer takes me back, because that's what during COVID, I was in high school during COVID. I was in the class that like didn't get a graduation, but a lot of my senior year activities were virtual. Like my senior year homecoming was like a Discord like party thing. And I was dating my fiance at the time. He's like, I don't want to do the Discord party thing. I'm like, whatever, let's just like have a fun date then. But I would sit at my computer after I was done with class for the day, which is like 8 hours at sitting at a computer for my online high school, and I would boot up my computer again. Actually, it's already booted up because I was stuck there. I would boot up Twitch and watch Ludwig. I'd watch Ludwig stream while I was hanging out or doing homework, and I don't know, I made everything a little more relaxing, and yeah. Alright, and I'd watch the day's most recent Unis Honest video. So much sitting at a computer. I just remember they're like, hey, make sure to exercise, and I'm like, do you want me to exercise in these conditions? No, I'm sad. I actually broke up with my boyfriend before my fiance. I broke up with him during lockdown. It was like, because we were separate, so it was I basically had a long distance relationship, but also he wasn't really a great boyfriend either, so I was technically basically already in a long distance relationship, even though the long distance was like 30 minutes away, and we only saw each other at school. But it's like, girl. But I did have a breakup during that. And which baffles a lot of people is that they're like, how did you also end up getting a boyfriend during lockdown? I'm like, I don't know. He was my friend. He was my friend, and I was like, hey, actually, you're kind of cute, actually. And then he's like, what? I did kind of a manipulative thing where I was like, I just need to be in his orbit. Even though I'm online, I need to be in his orbit. I will FaceTime him today. And tonight. And be like, hi, I'm bored. I just want to say hi. I'm bored. And then he would talk to me, and he was on his computer and whatever, and he had a clickety-clackety keyboard. Dun, 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 dun. I couldn't imagine not having a PC through the entirety of lockdown. I didn't have a PC through the entirety of lockdown. I had my Xbox and my iPad. That's what I had. And then in Christmas time of lockdown is when I bought all my PC parts. Or my parents got me all my PC parts for Christmas. And I built my PC. And that's actually the one I'm using right now. I just updated the graphics card recently so that it can handle everything. I do maybe want to update my motherboard at some point, but that's a lot more work than, you know, a graphics card to install. My dad was very proud of me because I installed the graphics card all by myself. I've only ever had a laptop. I had a laptop for a very long time. I mean, I had my iPad, but my laptop was so old, it kind of like took a poo right before, it took a poo right before COVID. So, and then I got like a little iPad Air that I like just recently like upgraded. And by upgraded, I took my fiance's old iPad that he wasn't using anymore, and he's like, you can use it. I have my PC and my school sanctioned a iPad for me to use. And I was like, oh, period. So I got that new iPad. I used an 8-year-old iPad for art. Yup. That's what I did. Ugh. It's over there. It's like, I call her all reliable. She brought me through a lot of things. But, the problem is that when a lot of the new software comes out, or you want to do bigger things, like I wanted to maybe get into animation stuff, which I did try to have an animation YouTube channel for a little bit there, in COVID, but like that didn't work, and I also felt like a little discouraged. But then, yeah, you find out that Odd Ones Out literally does, like, slideshows for his animations. Hi, Instagram. I'm reading your chats too, Instagram. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Just because you don't pop up on the screen with a fancy little sound does not mean that I'm not listening to you. I hope my tension's not too bad on this. I feel like I'm kind of doing pretty good, though. I just have to keep going until it's long enough to fit his torso, that's forever. This man has a great torso. Which is why I'm marrying him. What? Oh, so we're Yoshi. Hello? Let's go. I don't really make enough money to qualify for taxes, unfortunately. That's a new development in my life. If you guys didn't know, I feel like a couple of you know. A couple of you know that I'm chronically ill. I have a lot of, health issues, and I don't really get to work that much. So, like, what I do make is, like, pennies. And then, like, what I do, and what I am able to save for the project, I do. But I do have to change jobs because the one I'm doing right now, just like my body can't handle anymore, and it was a great job for me for 2 years. I just can't. My body can't do it anymore, which is super sad, but I'm okay. I just gotta keep going. What I'm trying to do is maybe find like a remote job, but the remote job market is so overcrowded because obviously everyone wants a remote job. But, you know. Yes, which way is. I kind of did start a photography business, which obviously people are like, hey, that's very hands-on. It is, but I can make my own schedule and make my own availability, so that's even better, because I can, you know, be like, I need actually 3 days to rest before I do this big project, which, it's actually going okay. I mean, the last few projects I did were kind of favors, but at least I had, like, my prints store for, like, if they want to order prints of their photos. Okay, it's 2:57. I think I'm gonna stream for, like, 30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off here, but I'm gonna play some Resident Evil, and of course some of that. I don't think I'd feel comfortable enough right now to play Resident Evil and be on live. I just need a better Wi-Fi adapter, honestly. That's what I need. Or like have a Wi-Fi chip in my PC of sorts. What sucks is that my old place I had an Ethernet cable. But my parents don't have an Ethernet cable. But at my old place I had an Ethernet cable. And my internet was awesome. It was amazing. Still watching on YouTube, peeps? Or is there no one else watching on YouTube because all the peeps moved to Switch? To Twitch. I think my next project, like I said, is gonna be for my grandma, but there's like so many to choose from. I think I'm gonna go the tapestry route. I just need to do stuff with more color. Like, obviously this is white, and it's not gonna be like a beige mom piece, but like the whole point is that it's a fisherman's sweater. He specifically said, I want a fisherman's sweater like from the movie When Harry Met Sally. And what am I gonna do? Deny him of that? No. The man wants what he wants. Next to my Target bag. Actually, after this, Katie's getting off this, putting her clothes away, and then she's playing Resident Evil. Sorry, I went non-verbal for a second because I'm kind of at utmost relaxation. I love how I said it's really hot here, but I'm wearing a sweatshirt. There's nothing underneath the sweatshirt, and I'm wearing shorts. But like, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why did I put a sweatshirt on? I could have put a t-shirt on, but no. My posture is also really bad right now, and I'm trying to fix it before, you know, my wedding. I got one of those pillows that kind of realigns your neck and spine. Seeing how that works. The first few days I wore or like had it, it was awful. Cause like my neck hurt, but then like in
like, my spine realigning, so that makes sense. And now it doesn't hurt anymore. So, maybe it was working. I read some reviews that it was, or that does work. No, I will not shop everyday Osh value items. How do you pronounce your name, by the way? I'm just thinking Thesi, Thesi, Thesa, Thesi, Thesi. Because I'm thinking Thesi like the boat, the boat of Theseus? The book of Theseus? Markiplier said something. Cooking Mama music. The ship of Theseus. The ship. I knew it was a boat. I knew it was a boat. Just couldn't think of what he said. I could hear it in his voice, but I couldn't fully understand. All I heard was, Any other Smosh enjoyers in the chat? I freaking love Smosh. I have their prints somewhere on my desk. I think I put them away. They are smashing it at the moment. I love Smosh. That's where I get all my good board games as well. Like, if I'm entertained by the video, I'm buying the board game. And it's so funny, because a lot of the board games I put on my wedding registry are those. I put a bunch of games from Smosh on my wedding registry, and so far I've gotten Werewolf, and I've gotten All Rise, which is one that I wanted very bad. I'm excited to see what their new studio looks like. You know, the one that's not in Rancho Cucamonga. I'm really excited to see what it looks like. Although there's like so many edits people are making where it's like, why does it feel like I am like leaving my childhood home? Like, why does it feel like that? I'm like, I guess in a way it does feel like that, but it's like they're getting new stuff. They're getting more successful, they need more space. Like, good on them. I wonder if it's closer to where I live. My mom has this fun idea in her head that she's like, why don't you just, like, call Smosh up and ask for a job? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? My mom thinks I can totally work for Smosh, which is like, that's not it's not really how it works, mate. It's like, why didn't you just call Taylor up? Huh? Oh, we're getting to the other arm. kind of can't wait to play Resident Evil in a second. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had a drink. Now my iced coffee is just watered down coffee. Just so you don't hear my drinking sounds. Okay. Should probably eat something after this too. I don't really have a full meal today. I had snacky, but you know. I've kind of been pushing my body for the past 3 days, which is not healthy for me specifically. And I ended up sleeping until like 11:30 today because I didn't have anything like really going on. But I was like, I have not been taking care of myself like I'm supposed to as a ill person. I was invited to a dinner tonight for corned beef and cabbage. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, if you celebrate. I have a green headset on. But they're making corned beef and cabbage, and I love corned beef so much, but I'm not doing well. Little bit more in pain today than usual. That's okay. That's life. That's life. Katie has learned to accept it. Just means that we're gonna get a lot of breaks when we're filming. We're filming the show because Katie has to. Although a lot of them are like, they're not bad. Specifically, my knees hurt today, which, typical. My knees and my shoulders hurt today. It just feels a little tiresome. Yesterday I felt great for some reason, and then I hit like, I was at work yesterday, but it was like, it hit like 3? I got back from like my lunch break at 2. No. I took lunch at 12. Got back at 1. Like, did a lot of paperwork and scanning. Then it hit 3. And then all of a sudden I was like, why do I feel a little drunk, but I haven't drank anything? And I just, like, I passed my supervisor, and I'm like, I don't feel great right now, I feel a little weird. She's like, oh, take a minute. And I was like, I feel drunk, but, like, you know when you're starting to feel drunk, although you might, I don't know how many of you are drinking age. Hope it gets better, thank you. But I don't know how many of you are drinking age, but, like, when you start getting drunk, you have, like, a little woozy thing where, like, you move your head, and it feels like it's going in slow motion. I felt that at work. Randomly, and I was like, what's happening? And then I was like, maybe it's my blood sugar, but I'm like, no, I know what that feels like, this is a little different, but I still don't know what that was. And it's funny, because I drank Gatorade. I was drinking Gatorade. That's like, I think, the opposite of beer or alcohol. I think that's the opposite. You know what I really want? I might, like, go on eBay and, like, see if I can find, like, a 3DS. I want to play Tamagotchi Life. I was so jealous of my friend growing up who had Tamagotchi Life. And she'd make all of our friends and make them date each other. And one day I was, like, so pissed off. And it was, like, unrightfully pissed off. I, like, had no right to be this angry. But she was like, yeah, so... And she made my crush and me. And she's like, yeah, your crush really doesn't want to fall in love with you. Actually, I'm like, What? And I think she could have controlled that. It's a game. I was like, why? And she's like, I don't know, he doesn't like you. I'm like, what's happening, actually? I was gonna tan today, but I have a kind of brand deal thing I'm working on to maybe garner some more funds. And it's like a brand, like a tanning product, which I don't really tan that much. I don't know if you could tell by the general paleness of me. Which people are like, Katie, you're not really pale. I'm Latina, did you know that? My brother took all of it from me. He took all of the color, like the natural color from me. But, like, I tan really well. Promise. You'll see. You'll all see when I get, like, my product. But I was gonna tan today, but I didn't end up working because I don't have it yet. And I don't want to tan without the product. I want to be able to authentically create a video where it's like, this is how much I tanned the first time using this product. I don't want to, like, be already tan, you know? I find that a little fraudulent. We need to unwind some more yarn. Can I ask if you believe in God? I do believe in God. I do. Sorry. I do believe in God. Can I see when you said that? Sorry. I didn't notice that until right now. I do believe in God. Full-heartedly. Full-heartedly. I do think that... I don't know. I will say... I don't get into this a lot, but I am a revert Catholic person. I stopped being Catholic for about 6 to 7 years of my life. And then I became Catholic again, because I actually knew what the freak was going on. Can I ask if you believe in God? I love that. Great question. Yes. If you've noticed, that's been in my TikTok bio for a long time, is that I put Roman Catholic. Can you just shop shy for a couple weeks? That would fix the paleness problem, I think. I will be a little dirty. Are you saved? I feel like that's up to me. Someone in my Instagram chat just asked if I was saved. I feel like that's up to me. I feel like a lot of the Catholicism isn't really do that. It's like I'm choosing this, and I will do everything I can to be saved. But there's a lot of nuance in there that a lot of people get about Catholicism that's wrong. Like in Catholicism, like with my friends, it's like a lot of people hate the idea that they've created of what Catholicism is. They don't actually hate Catholic people. And that's kind of what I've observed as like an actual practicing Catholic person. Now there's a lot of people who kind of suck, who say they're Catholic, and they really aren't, and it kind of makes everyone else look bad, but it's like, you know what? That's also one thing about the Catholic Church, is that the image, like your self-image, it doesn't matter. It's so above you. Like, I don't care if people don't like my faith or like judge me for it, because that's like, you're not involved. It's like, it doesn't have to do with you. Well, technically everything has to do with it, but like you know, like I am me. I know what I believe. I know what I believe to be is true, and I know like the natural law and everything like that. So it's like, yeah, yes, Catholics are cool as beans, but I don't recommend following religion. Just follow Jesus. So, how do I put this? Catholicism is based around Jesus's teachings. And, like, for example, you could find a lot of the sacraments that Jesus talks about. You could find, like, obviously you could find baptism, but, like, a lot of churches have their own form of baptism. Catholics obviously believe that you are baptized as a child. With other religions, which I'm just assuming that you are one where it's like you believe that you're baptized later in life, like when you choose, which in terms is like that's kind of like what Jesus is like. That's kind of like what Catholics believe confirmation is, but like Eucharist can be found in the Bible, confession can be found in the Bible and stuff like that. Sorry if someone is just joining and Katie's talking about Catholicism. I love talking about Catholicism. Hi, Werewolf BJ. How are you? I'm good. Which, like, someone literally just hit one of my special interests and went like, hey, do you believe in God? And I'm like, yes. And now I'm talking about it. But in the way of, like, am I saved? Yes. This is fascinating. I love my faith. I love talking about it. It's my favorite thing to talk about. Okay, my favorite thing to talk about with people is who aren't religious, and it's like a good icebreaker to like talk about. It's like, do we believe? I'm from a Protestant country, so Catholic faith is something I've not had much experience with. Ooh, this is so interesting. Catholicism been around for so long. I believe faith saves you, and having a relationship with him is the best thing you could do, mate. Okay. Mate makes me think you're Australian. I don't know if that's mean. I believe faith saves you. Okay, so you believe in faith alone. Catholicism is faith through works. So, which I think you guys would also believe that in a certain way. Like, works means, like, doing good deeds, like being a good person and stuff like that. Works in the Catholic faith means like faith through works through sacraments. So that's kind of how we believe. But my favorite thing to ask people who aren't familiar or like kind of uncomfortable talking about like religion and everything like that is, hey, would vampires and werewolves go to heaven? Would they go to heaven? Because if you think about it, and obviously I'm coming from a Catholic point of view, would vampires go to heaven? One thing, vampires, they're already dead. Vampires are already dead by definition. But I don't remember, where did Jesus say become a Catholic or a Protestant? So at Jesus' time, Protestantism didn't exist. So that's one thing. And also, Jesus doesn't explicitly say become a Catholic. He sets the stepping stones that the Catholicism ends up picking up and everything. And Catholic means universal. Like, by definition, the word Catholic means universal. So it's the universal church. So he talks in more broad spaces. And if you want to talk about specifically, like, where does Jesus say these certain things, the best one I can think of is, and obviously I don't have my Bible in front of me, my Bible's over on that desk over there, and I also don't remember the verses on the top of my head. That's one thing that Protestantism gets right. You guys remember your verses really well. You guys remember your verses really well. And, like, to the point where I'm a little jealous. I feel like I should know that, but I do know in Matthew it talks about confession and baptism. But one of the best examples I can give is when Jesus talks about the Eucharist. It comes from, like, that story where they're like, he's like, I am food, I am drink.
and then they're like, Jesus, what? That they say like that's a very hard statement, which in terms is like, hey, that's crazy to say, cannibalism. And then he's like, he understands it's a hard statement, but in all other like parables or stuff, Jesus clarifies. He clarifies to them if they don't understand. That's one of the stories where Jesus is like, no, I am food, I am drink, eat of me. He doubles down. And then people leave. And he knows people leave. Like, people will leave him. He knows that he's going to say this, and people are going to be, like, pushed towards him. And then in the thing, it says, like, people leave, like, from the group. And he stays there. He stands on business. And that's one of the things where I was like, this feels very obvious to me. But, yeah. Jesus he doesn't say specifically, say, become Catholic or become Protestant, because one Protestantism didn't exist. But he doesn't say become Catholic. We're built on the stepping stones that Jesus gave us. Sorry, I'm on a tangent. He says to follow me, and that's kind of what I do. I obey his word and try my best every day, even though I know I will fall into sin eventually, but I'll repent every time. Honestly, save my life. Yeah, exactly. Nothing what you said is wrong. That is true. He says to follow me. Catholicism, in our way of seeing it, we are following him. And we are obeying his word. And it is right. We try our best every single day. We know we will fall. We are of the flesh. That's one thing. We are of the flesh. We will fall. But the important thing is that we go back and we go to him and we're like, I effed up again. I effed up again, and I feel so upset, and I want you to be there for me. And like, oh my gosh. I love Jesus. Okay, so I love art, like, represented. There's, like, a picture someone painted where it's, like, it's basically Jesus, like, having an arm on, like, someone's shoulder, and he's like, yeah, that kind of sucked, but I'm here, and that's, like, the unconditional love of Jesus. Like, you can F up, and he's still there. And he's still there. And he's, obviously, he also knows, because, oh my gosh, I don't want to get into future knowledge and all of that, but he knows what you're going to do before you do it. He knows you're going to fall into it, but he also wants to be there to see, and that goes into, oh my gosh, that goes into free will and all that stuff, but because we have free will, but Jesus wants us to see us make choices, and when we choose him, he's happy. And yeah, as a revert, it did save my life, too. I feel like that's the whole point. But I think in Protestantism, I very much felt kind of a lack of direction, in a way. Like, I didn't feel like there was, like, a universal connection. Universal, not in, like, the universe does things to me, but in the universal of, like, all. There wasn't, like, a, what's that word? Universal church. That we all agree on everything. I think you don't have to be a Catholic or anything, but as long as you accept him and love him and accept him as God and want him to get closer, I believe anyone can go to heaven. I believe anyone can go to heaven. I believe that. As long as, like, you follow and do what you're supposed to. And also, Catholics, okay, crazy take that a lot of people don't realize. Catholics don't believe that only Catholics go to heaven. Catholics don't believe that. Well, in a way they do. But there's also, like, everyone is going to be judged how they are supposed to be judged individually. Like, here's in this way. Say you're a guy, and you're in the middle of nowhere, and you've never even heard of the concept of there being God, right? You've never even heard of it. No one's ever come to you, no one's ever, like, talked about it, and you don't even know the concept of religion. God has distilled within you, which is called, like divine grace and everything. It's distilled in every single person to know
the feeling or know how to seek him out, even if they don't know what his name is. Like, they will find him at some point, even if they don't know what his name is, they don't know all the teachings and everything. We believe that that person can go to heaven. We believe that. We also believe that there's a lot of good people in this world that did a lot of good and do a lot of good, and their heart is in the very right place. And they will be judged same as everyone else, but they will be judged individually as they were supposed to be judged. You know? That's how it is. And 'cause I don't know everything. I don't know who goes to heaven. I don't know. I don't have a list of the people that have gone to heaven before. I do know that if we pray for those people, and we pray for their souls, because God is not the God of the dead, he's the God of the living, so souls live on. We pray for them, and we hope that they're there. We hope that they're there when we get there. I feel like what's a book I can recommend you? Scott Hahn, author. He's really good. He was Protestant. Scott Hahn's really good. There's also really intelligent Protestant people. Scott Hahn's the only person I can come up to, so maybe that's like my soul telling you to read Scott Hahn. I don't know. Is it Home Sweet Rome? Is that Scott Hahn's book? No, Home Sweet Rome is a movie, or a show that came out in 2023. No. Rome Sweet Home. Book by Scott Hahn. That's a good book. I recommend that. It's basically about his journey with his wife and everything. If you go on Reddit though, a lot of it will be like, it's commonly recommended a book on this, like online for Protestants considering conversion. I would maybe go into it, not thinking, like, with that mindset. I think go into it just, like, maybe, like, caring and, like, being charitable to this man, like, trying to figure things out. I would also maybe recommend Why We're Catholic. Why We're Catholic, Our Reasons for Faith, Hope, and Love, by Trent Horn. He's actually Eastern Catholic, which is what I am. Because there's different, like, rites of Catholicism. I'm Eastern Catholic. But we follow all the same unfallible, catechism. But Why We're Catholic is good because the format of it is, like, it's going through specific questions that are commonly asked, basically, about Catholicism. And I recommend, even as a non-Catholic, maybe read some catechism, or listen to Catechism in a Year by Father Mike Schmitz, because he goes through the entire catechism of the Catholic faith and explains what each of the teachings are. And in the catechism, it also references biblical texts as well, of like where those teachings have come from and everything like that. So there's that. I don't know if that person is even still on my live. I'm sorry I went on a whole tangent about Catholicism. It's like a big part of my life. People compliment this necklace a lot. But people compliment this specific necklace a lot, but it's actually 3 metals. One of them is a cherubim, but it's a cherubim that kind of looks like a baby. Sorry, I just love Jesus and always bring him up because he saved me from deep. Yeah. I'm so grateful. Don't apologize for talking about Jesus. It's fun. It's fun conversation. But this is a cherubim. Obviously, it's not a real cherubim because this is a baby. Cherubim look like floating things with a bunch of eyes. Okay? But I have a fake cherubim. And then I have a St. Christopher. I have a St. Christopher's medal. Is it St. Christopher? Yes. I have a St. Christopher's medal. Mine has him surfing on a surfboard because he's the patron saint of surfers. And I surf. So, there's that. But I have a medal for him, and then I have a miraculous medal. I have Mary. That's mom. That's mom right there. But yeah. We could go into all of the saints if you had questions. I would love to talk about them as well. Like, devotionals. Oh my goodness. You had me put down my crochet. Because I wanted to talk about it so bad. Ah, lovely. I had someone in my TikTok DMs also recently reach out to me and talk to me about it. Well, the first thing they did was, they sent me kind of a goonish text. Like a goonish DM, and I was like, fine God. And they're like, hey, can you be more creative with, like, your comeback? And I was like, and I said, why would I give you that creativeness? And then he's like, well, because I feel like all you guys are the same because of this. I'm like, oh, do you actually, like, want to have a conversation about it? And he's like, ah. Cole's calling me. Mr. Rossi. One moment, I'm gonna mute myself. Hello. Hi.
I'm staring at your brother right now.
Huh?
I'm staring at your brother.
Oh.
He's doing something. Do I know not what? How are
Okay.
you doing?
Good. I'm on live right now. I am muted, but.
Oh, okay, I'll talk. I'll leave you off.
Okay, I'll call you back in a second.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I wasn't muted. I thought I was. That mutes me. Oh, it doesn't mute me. Okay, op. Op thing. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You heard my. He didn't say anything crazy. Yes, I don't mind. Why do Catholics pray to saints? I kind of think we should pray to God. So, in terms of how saints work in Catholicism, is that we don't pray to saints, we ask them to pray for us. Now, in the same way, it's in the same vein as asking someone like your mom or like a friend to pray for you. Like if I go up to my friend and be like, hey, pray for me, I'm having a really hard time. And they're like, okay, I will pray for you. It's like that. And a lot of people are saying, like, well, saints are dead, though. And like I said earlier, he's the God of the living. He's not the God of the dead. He's not the God of the dead. So that's my conversation. I could bring up, like, some quotes that Jesus makes, or he brings up some not prophets. He brings up, like, Moses before him and stuff like that, and saying, like, basically like that, like how would you, like, Moses was watching you, basically, and he brings them up, like, after clearly they've passed away, and that's one of the things where it's like, God is the God of the living, not the dead, and it's the idea of you have a whole rally of devoted people up in heaven, not only saints, but, like, your loved ones. You have all of them and they're just cheering you on. I feel like that's very comforting. It's late, I gotta go, but this was fun. Allowed me to take a break and draw something after a month of work. Like, aw, I'm glad. Have a great night. Get some sleepies. Count some sheep. Yo. I feel like we weren't expecting Katie to have a let's talk about Jesus and, like, saints and Catholicism. We obviously weren't expecting that, but I'm happy it brought up. I like it. For the longest time, I've had Roman Catholic in my bio on TikTok because I never wanted anyone for a second, maybe if I get a little more popular, to think that is not what my main thing is. I didn't ever want it to be like, she said this and that doesn't align with my things. I never wanted it to be a surprise to people. And I've also, like, if you really back into my TikTok. Jeez. I do answer some questions. Like, there's always, like, the Mary question. It's like, why do you guys worship Mary? We don't. We love her, and she is she's Jesus' mom. It's very important. And we ask her for her help. We ask her for just to be there for us. Don't talk ill about his mom. It's his mom. It's like how sometimes I, like, want to maybe feel a little closer to God in a way, and I'm having a hard time, and I just call him Dad for a while. I'm like, Dad, I messed up. I'm going to Dad's house, 'cause I messed up. Oh, it says Roman Catholic in my account, but I also want to say I am becoming Eastern Catholic. I already go to an Eastern Catholic church because that's what my fiance is. But it says Roman Catholic for right now. But I'm Eastern Byzantine. Becoming Eastern Byzantine as of July this year. Did my YouTube turn off? Replay that. No, Stitch. Okay. I already went way over how long I wanted to be on live. Whatever. Let's see. Any other questions before I leave the live? I love how I said, I'm just gonna sit here on live and ask any questions or answer any questions about the show, and then all of a sudden, do you believe in Jesus or God? And I'm like, yes. Let's talk about that, actually. That's how to get Katie on a tangent. Bring up God. She loves it. But in the end, I love all my Christian brothers and sisters, though even our strange cousins and Mormons. Aren't they strange? And aren't they strange? I love them. I love all of our Christian brothers. We have to be charitable to each other. But I don't know. Our Mormon cousin, he's been a little weird at Thanksgiving, and you know, he keeps making us uncomfortable. Hi! Dean Ratmaster. Ow. Maybe I will, you know what? I'll be on live for like 10 more minutes. How about that? I'll do that. Have a good day and God bless, sister. You too! That's the Eastern one. I feel like they have like a weird way of doing it because it's like something is spelled in Greek. They're like, Have a good day. That's what I do when I have road rage, actually. I just... if someone cuts me off, I end up going... I wonder where my doggies are. Coming?
He is on the zombie. Hello, me. Hi, girlie. Stupid. Oh, you been in the cold? Oh, yeah, baby. Up. Bobby. Put your paws up. You're sweet babies. Oh, you're all warm. You're all warm. You need to rest. Take your rest.
Look at her.
Hi.
Lincoln's under my bed. I see we have 1 viewer on Instagram. So we have 4 viewers on here. Shop my... Ooh. Some other stuff. I have a lot of brand deals happening soon. So if you see a bunch of, like, ad videos, that's because Katie needs to build the car. Okay? Katie gotta build a car. What text message did you get? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hi Dante, Babante, Kitty. Gracie Abrams. My mom really likes to crochet. Aww. I love crocheting. It's so fun. I'm trying to build my fiance a sweater right now, and I've been trying to do that for like forever, bro. What was I doing? Oh. Checking my DM requests so I can get to people in time. There we go.
Where's your kitty?
Is that Dante?
I think it's probably Dante. That's my Dante.
He is a mix between like half of a Russian blue and a domestic short hair. So he kind of looks a little stupid, but I like him. His teeth are too big for his mouth, and so they stick out the bottom. And oh,
I heard the meowies.
and he yep.
Papacitos.
If you can see his teeth from here, he kind of looks insane because his eyes are going brighter.
Little Bobby. Hi, buddy.
He
Oh, meow.
he has arthritis, and he has no back molars. So he's just a little funky.
I'll play with my hand. He's cutie. Thank you. That's my guy.
He's 10. He's 10 years old. So
He's a bit of a kooky guy, but he's pretty good.
yay, I had another person reach out about stuff. Awesome, 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 awesome. Wee! He is cutie. Do, 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 do. Let me see actually how old is it. I think he's a rescue, but I went on Chewy because I had to get him some food. My dog has spinal bifida. Oh.
Jeez.
He is old. Let me see exactly how old he is, because I know what year he was born, because they guesstimated it, because he's a rescue. I got him when he was 8. Yeah, let's see how old Dante is. I made it so that his birthday is on, Halloween. Oh, okay. His cat food just got delivered, so that's a plus. Well, he's playing with my other cat. I have another cat. She's about 5 or 6. Sorry, but it takes like 7 years for the message to go through. Yeah, I've like on a pretty big delay just because my internet is kind of poo-poo stinky.
Oh, it's awesome for a kitty birthday. I know, he's my kitty. He's great.
He's named after Dante Alighieri, the hi Jack on Instagram. He's named after the poet Dante Alighieri, who wrote Dante's Inferno and Dante's Paradiso and Purgatory. The middle one. He's what he's named after.
He's just a spooky looking guy.
But my other cat, she's about 6. Her name's Juliet, and she's insane. Actually, she's just like a tabby. She's just like a brown tabby. She has like white socks on. Right now, she's sleeping in a hammock, and she's been there for about 2 hours. So, I think Dante got too close to her, and she's like, "Get off!" You never heard of that poet? Highly recommend. Have you ever heard like the phrase? I think it's also comes up in like pop culture. It's abandon all hope, he who enters there. I feel like that's said it like that's in like a Looney Tunes cartoon, I think. But that comes from Dante's Inferno, and that's right when they go to the gates of hell. So, and it's all like kind of, I think it's based on the point of view of like Dante himself going on this trip.
Oh, squishy. I love that.
He's sitting on my bed right now. I was gonna grab my cam, and like point it at him, but he's kind of loafing really hard right now, and I feel like that'd bother him. Okay, I I'm like live for like 10 more minutes. Because I gotta do stuff. I gotta do some other stuff. Oh no, I've never heard that phrase. Aw, that's okay. Still recommend it. Dante's Inferno and Dante's Paradiso. Which is funny. Have you heard of the TV show, Over the Garden Wall? Me too, man. I gotta do homework. Yeah, I also have to do... I have to put clothes away. Have you heard of the TV show Over the Garden Wall? On Cartoon Network? Ugh, rip Cartoon Network. Bye. Bye. Did I just get an email? I think I heard the little background thing. Dude. I want the small rig, like little lav mic so bad. Let's see if I got, no, not HBO Max, that's really not what I was thinking of. Gmail. Doop. Oh, okay. Somewhere's reminded me my ad thing. Is this one? Sorry, I'm literally like working on a brand deal thing right now. Let's go. Who did we send that to? What brand is it for? Ad hoc studio. Whomst. Enemy Dispatch. There. Boom. Redirected that email. Okay. I think I am going to head out. So, have a great rest of your day, everyone who's watching.